Elliott, hey, congratulations for this upcoming series at The Quest.
Thank you. Hi.
Hi, hey, you know what? I've seen the 2014 series,
Yeah.
so I know that's a lot of fun, but I'm not sure. Did you have a chance to watch the old series, or did you just went ahead and jumped right into something like this immediately?
I hadn't seen any of the old series when I started this job. I watched the first episode of it when I was filming our series. When I was in California, I watched I watched a bit of it, but it didn't feel like a useful exercise because I was so immersed in my own, like, in the world that I was playing. I didn't want to, I wanted to keep it very authentic.
Mm-hmm. I mean, this project here, it's very unique because it's a scripted series, but yet it's also a reality, competition at the same time. But what drew you into a project like this?
Well, I mean, to be honest, it just sounded so fun. It sounded like so much fun. It was this kind of fantasy series produced by the same guy that that produced Lord of the Rings. Like, what actor doesn't want to do that? That was so cool. And yeah, the hybrid kind of reality element, I just thought sounded so fun. It's like immersive TV, right?
It is very immersive, but how do you handle like a hybrid format like that for yourself? Because as an actor, I guess you have to go on script. Is there like a improvisation going on, or I mean, how do they direct you folks on a project like this where the teens are not? I'm not even sure they're not really going on any script.
Yeah, so they weren't on any script at all. We were on a script for our scenes. So the show's about 60% scripted. So those were filmed like normal TV scenes. I prepared with a director, with the other actors, and we filmed for the camera. The scenes where we were with the contestants, we had an idea of where the scene needed to go. That was written. There were moments that we needed to hit, and occasionally some things we needed to say. But on the whole, they had a start and an end point, but they were improvised. And I guess, to answer your question, we were just very well prepared. We really got to know our characters, and we worked really hard on kind of developing that kind of 360-degree immersion into the world, and that was really fun.
Well, tell me the truth. When you're acting with these teens,
Yeah.
is it just one take, and then you guys are done, or sometimes you make mistakes and you have to take it again?
It was mostly all one take, actually. Yeah, we. It wasn't so much full of mistakes. I think the showrunners occasionally found moments that they wanted to go. They kind of wanted to explore more. But no, all the scenes with us and them are in one take.
So when you for your own personal treatment, do you feel like this is like acting in a staged play because of so many things, so many components are going on at the same time?
Yeah, I think you're right to pick up on that. It was more theatrical than just a straightforward TV format, because of all the things that are going on. Your focus is less on you and what you're doing, and I think I kind of trusted that everything I was doing was being caught by a camera somewhere. There were cameras everywhere, so I trusted that, and I just played the scene, and my focus actually was on everyone else rather than myself, and I think that is kind of more theatrical in style.
I could totally tell it's because you know, the side glances or glares, you know, where you're staring, and it seems like the cameras are just always rolling. In the case with you guys,
Yeah.
How was it acting along these teens? I mean, you practically made their fantasy dreams came true.
Yeah, that was really cool. You know, I loved that. I loved working with them. They were so much fun, and you know, they were there. They were fully in that world. They invested fully, and you know, there were 8 teens during the pandemic who have a real passion for fantasy, and they got to live it, and I got to be part of that, and I watched them on their journey, and actually, it's really genuine. Their responses and their ups and downs is real. They were living it, and that's not staged in any way. It was really cool. Not to see their downs, obviously, but the payoff for the, you know, for the struggles. It was so cool.
It is really cool, especially what I've seen so far. But tell me about this experience. You know, you had to pick up and move to Vienna during the pandemic. What was Vienna like during that time? And being this castle is enormous.
Yeah, it was really cool. It wasn't in Vienna. It was in Napa Valley in
Oh,
California.
it's Napa Valley, really?
Yeah, yeah. But I still picked up. I was living in London at the time when I booked the role. So yeah, I packed a case and I came to California, and that was really, really fun because it was during the pandemic. London was in lockdown, right? Everyone was in their flats, and you know, during January to March, London is it's pretty grey and cold and rainy, and Napa Valley isn't. Napa Valley is beautiful and the sun shines, and I was a prince in a fancy world. So that was an amazing experience. I was really lucky.
So what did they use for the production sets for yourself then?
What do you mean, the production sense?
So the big sets, the big rooms, the backgrounds.
Yeah, I mean, that was all real. It was all that's the way that castle looks. I mean, it was amazing. I didn't have to do much acting. It was all, you know, I was just there. It was cool.
Wow, no, I think that looked really cool during in the series.
Yeah.
But let's talk about Prince Cedric that you actually play, because he's a part. I guess what are the part of the three potential heirs?
Yes.
Could you give us a little background about Prince Cedric? Because I'm getting this impression he's sort of like a warrior prince who just want to confront evil head on.
Yeah, yeah. He's combative. He's angry, and he wants to fight. This is probably his starting point. He's grieving as well. He's grieving. His father's just died, and his response to that is to fight. So the really cool thing about Cedric is the character journey that he goes on. He goes from this combative, angry boy into a more diplomatic, open-hearted, open-minded man. It was my take on it. It's a journey of masculinity that he has to go on in order to take the throne.
Mm-hmm.
And I loved that because there was a very clear starting point and a very clear end point, and what happens in the middle was, you know, up to me to kind of pitch. And I really enjoyed that.
Now he also has a different perspective on these paladins too, compared to the rest of the council too, right? Can you talk about that, or?
I can talk about that. I mean, I guess he starts out very judgmental, cynical, and unwilling to accept their help, and kind of unwilling to view them as equals. But he's forced to, and I think they are a very, very good kind of means to have him challenge his own views. Yeah, and you know, he grows with them, which I thought was really cool. He kind of softens towards them. He learns how to collaborate. He forms kind of certain friendships with certain individuals, and they each have their own kind of, you know, they have their own thing going on. And, you know, that was real as well. That wasn't just acting. That was myself getting to know the contestants as well. So it was kind of this kind of blend of reality and acting.
I know I'm not supposed to ask, but did you have a favorite contestant on set that you befriended?
I never befriended the contestants because we never met them unless we were in character. Every meeting we ever had was in character, and I had actually no access to what they were saying or doing outside of those scenes. So it was kind of real for me as well. Yeah, I mean, I probably had people I was rooting for, but I think it changed as it went along. I like to root for the underdog, and I think when there were definitely contestants that had like this fire ignite as the series went on, and when I saw, you know, I love to see someone fulfill their potential, and when I saw people kind of growing and kind of, you know, stepping into themselves, that's when I really got behind them.
I'm curious, you know, playing Prince Cedric, did they give you an opportunity to do any swashbuckling or holding onto a sword in the series?
Oh yeah, yeah. I did quite a lot of that actually. I don't know how much of it makes it into the show, but I had fight training every morning.
Oh wow.
We had an amazing fight director, and actually that was a really cool opportunity for me to grow my skill set, because I had, you know, he was there to work with us, so I was doing sword fighting. I did some horse training. I did some combat, like hand-to-hand combat. That was really cool.
Wow, you got the full gambit experience in this fantasy world, and maybe you should audition for future Lord of the Rings episodes.
Oh, listen, that's the plan.
What was it like wearing all those different costumes for Prince Cedric throughout the entire series? I can't imagine they're that comfortable.
The armor wasn't that comfortable. Riding a horse with armor and a sword, really hard and really uncomfortable. The costumes were really fun. I mean, I had a different costume pretty much every day, and they were all beautiful. The costume department are amazing on this show, and, you know, so much credit to those guys. They worked so hard and they did an amazing job. And I just remember that first day that I got to set, and I had like a 3-hour-long costume fitting for all my looks, and I wanted to cry because I looked at myself in the mirror and I was like, wow, I'm a Disney prince. This is cool. I look like a Disney prince. I just think as an actor, you don't really expect that to ever happen. And the costumes were such a big part of that because they were just the highest possible caliber, and you know, yeah, brilliant.
Well, this is an official Disney production, so technically you are official Disney prince.
So, yeah, part-time Disney prince.
Well, let me ask one more question about the quest here. Is that why do you think people should watch this series? In your words.
I have loads of reasons. I'm going to try and be specific. One, I think it is something that people haven't seen before. It's innovative, and it's a new style of television that people have to see. immersive television is really cool, and people have to see how that works. 2, the production value is out of this world. Literally, it looks like Lord of the Rings. It looks like, it looks like a movie. So you have to see it for the special effects and the costumes and the locations and the performances. The cast are amazing. Yeah, I mean, lovers, if you love fantasy, there's nothing not to like about this. You're gonna love it.
That is true. The production value on a project like this, it looks amazing, and I've seen a few episodes of it, and it is. You're right. It is terrific. Well, Elliott, before I let you go, can you talk about some of your other upcoming projects? I think you have like an Apple TV series, Masters of the Air, that's coming pretty soon, which is it's also exciting for you.
Very exciting. Yeah, so I'm in Masters of the Air. It's the new kind of offering to the Band of Brothers, I guess, franchise. It's like the next offering from Spielberg and Tom Hanks. I play a navigator in one of the B-17 planes called Donald Strout. It was a real honor, actually, to play a real life person. He existed, and that was a joy to kind of sink my teeth into. It's a very, very exciting project. It's of a scale that I have never seen before. I think it's going to be amazing, and I'm very excited for it to come out. I don't know when that is, but it's going to be cool.
That is going to be cool, and this series is also cool. I mean, I can't wait to finish up the series to find out who the true hero is, the ultimate paladin. But in the end, Prince Cedric is still a hero too. So,
thank you. Means a lot.
Hey, appreciate carrying this conversation with us for Disney's the Quest, and everyone should definitely check it out because, in your words, it's the best immersive experience that people could see on television.
Agreed. Thanks for having me.
Hey, thank you. Appreciate it.
Cheers.
Next time.